Okay, everybody, hopefully I'm live in the right spot. At the last minute, I clicked out of my switcher and into, there I am, and into a thing, and when I went back into switcher, I had to start it all again. So I'm terribly sorry, but I'm here now. So please jump on, say hello. Hopefully this is going live in the right spot. Say hello, let me know where you're watching from, and generally have a chat with me. So I'm not seeing any comments, so I'm hoping that people have got the notification that I've gone live. I'm just going to try this and see what's happening here. Let me see. Am I live in the right spot? Says live now, so I'm hoping, yes, 18 people watching. So thank you for jumping on, and as I said, please comment. Oops, we don't need that. Okay, please comment, say hello, let me know where you're watching from. I'll just share into a few groups and then we will get into it. I'll share there. So what I'm actually going to do today is I'm going to kill two birds with the one stone. I'm absolutely under the pump trying to get things done, and I wanted to give you a little bit of an insight as to what I do in my business and the general day-to-day things that I actually get up to, and the jobs that I do while I'm not on live, because you're probably thinking, what in the world do you get up to when you're not doing live videos? And the thing is, I'm always very, very busy. I'm always doing something, and what I'm actually doing today is I'm trying to catch up on some of my crafting that I need to get done. And some of that crafting is my thank you, my customer appreciation cards. So, okay, let me see. I can see comments here. So, hello, Card Stash. Hello, Pat. Hey, Randy, how you going? Hey, Kathy, thanks for joining. Hey, Pat, Carolyn. Hey, Karen, Cindy, Bristol, Yvonne, Melissa, Donna. Thank you very much for everyone jumping on. Jackie, hey Sue, how you going? Joanne, there's a few people that I'm seeing if people have found where I am. Hey Cindy, how you going? Hey Joanne, how are you? Hey Rosalind, thanks for joining once again. Okay, so what I've decided to do is show you once again, if you didn't catch my live on Saturday morning, I actually made 10 cards in under an hour. They were Christmas cards. And so what I decided to do is do another similar thing to that again to get my customer appreciation cards sorted and made ready to be able to post. So what actually I do is when people purchase from me online through my online store, I love sending them a handmade card to say thank you for their order, which is such a fun thing to do. But the problem is every month I send them out monthly. So at the end of the month, everybody that has ordered through me, through my online store, hey Sharon, how you going? Every time they order through my online store, I send them a customer thank you card. So, but the problem is I get to the end of the month and I'm like, I don't have any of those cards made. So what I'm going to do, I've cut 18 card bases today. I don't know whether I'll get 18 of them done on the video. You might get awfully bored if I did 18, but I'm going to show you two different color combinations. Just before we get started, I just wanted to let you know our Christmas time is here. Suite is available for purchase during this month only. So I have done some videos here on my YouTube channel. If you haven't seen them after this video, jump back on and check them out. It's a beautiful suite. You can purchase the whole suite or you can purchase things in the suite individually. It's got some gorgeous designer series paper, some beautiful gold shimmer ribbon, gold glimmer dots. I'll show you towards the end of this live today. I'll show you some of the things that are in that suite. Now you can purchase them wholly and solely just by jumping on and purchasing through my online store. Or if you wanted to purchase the whole bundle and a few more things, you could actually put it in a starter kit and only pay $169. Now the bundle is worth $195.50, I think it is, for the whole bundle. You could get that in your starter kit and only pay $169. Plus you can actually add a bit more because you get to choose $235 worth of product to put in your starter kit. So if you were thinking about joining Stampin' Up, there is no time like the present. And I would love to have you as part of my Wild Heart Crafters team. We're a lovely group of people. We have an awesome time together. And the fun part is getting the discount, 20% discount. So you can purchase wholly and solely just for yourself. You can join wholly and solely just for yourself. You do not have to sell to customers. You don't have to hold parties. You don't have to do videos. You don't have to do any of it. You can join just to get the discount, which is what a lot of my team members do. And I can tell you that is what I joined for in the first place. But since joining, it has been fantastic. Hey, Vicky, thanks for joining. You found me. Hey, Cheryl, how you going? So since joining Stampin' Up, I can tell you I've not looked back. I absolutely love the products. I love the discount. I love the people that I've met through Stampin' Up. So if you're interested in that, please feel free to, down in the Show More box, you'll see a link that will take you over to my website. If you would like me to personally give you a call, please message me, give me a phone number, and I'd be happy to give you a call and have a chat with you. If you've got things that you, questions that you want to ask about joining, it is always so much better when you talk to somebody in person. And sometimes it can be one little thing, and when it gets explained to you, you can go, yep, I'm going to do that. So I would love to have you as part of my team. So let's get on to the crafting, because I know that's what you want. So I'm going to use the Very Versailles stamp set. Now I bought this stamp set in the sale that we had. We will have a sale, I think it's around the 20th of this month. There's going to be a really mega 3-day sale. So be watching out for that, and there will be information on my business page. If you're not on my email list, down in the Show More box, you'll see down below, there's a link to my email to jump onto my email list. If you just want to jump on there, you can be up to date with all of the latest things that are going on in Stampin' Up and whatever specials we have. So what I've decided to do is once again use our in colors, and I don't know why, but I have this thing for Seaside Spray. I'm just in love with Seaside Spray. Hey Barbara, thanks for joining. I absolutely love Seaside Spray, so I decided to use that, and I also decided to use Rococo Rose. And I bought these gorgeous makeup brushes for sponging, and I found them absolutely so much fun. So what I've decided to do is on my Whisper White layer, I'll pop all the other things aside, I'm going to do a little bit of sponging with this cute little mask. So these cards are going to be quite textured, these cards. I want to add a fair bit of texture in the background. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I've got some Sahara sand, and I'm just going to ink up my sponge with my Sahara sand, so just like that. And then just in that middle part, I'm just going to lightly rub over. And you can see I'm just getting a hint of that pattern on my cardstock. So I'm going to do that with all of the Whisper White layers. So once again, you load up your ink on your makeup brush. And I'm just using circular motions just around in the middle. Okay, that one's a little bit more obvious. So load up your brush, circular motions, really, really quickly. Okay, but that's giving them just a gorgeous bit of a soft pattern in the background. Because my main object is to get a fair bit of texture on these cards, but I still want it to look soft. So using the softer tones, I think, makes that difference. So just circling around in a circle, and it's just creating that gorgeous pattern on my card. Who has some of these makeup sponges? Who has been crafting and doing some sponging? I can't really even explain how awesome they feel when you're using them. They're so smooth. They just feel so yummy when you use them. I suppose that's how I can describe it, feeling yummy. But just creating that background quickly on my layers. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do all the layers with the stamping and everything, and then I'll just assemble a couple of them so you can see what the end result looks like, and then off camera I will do the rest of the work. But this is one of my jobs I had to get done today, and I've had lots and lots of things. I had my car at the mechanics. I had to get a new gearbox and a new clutch and new brake discs in my car. So my car's had a major overhaul, so I had to go down early and pick that up. And I was up early hours this morning. I do a business training, and it's an American business training, and I was up at 11:30 p.m. last night because my training was supposed to start at 12 o'clock, midnight, and it goes until about 2 o'clock in the morning. And then I found out that there's been a time change where my training is, and they were an hour later again. So I had to wait until 1 o'clock for the training to actually start. And I can tell you by 2:15 this morning, I was like, I'm sorry, ladies, but I'm going to have to call it a night. So I missed half of my training because I was just wanting to sleep. So jump on, let me know where you're watching from. So Randy said you haven't been able to find these brushes. Okay, so I found mine on eBay, Randy. Whereabouts do you live, Randy? Whereabouts do you come from? Okay, in the US. So a lot of people are buying them from Amazon, and a lot of people are buying them at the cheap stores. I'm not sure whether they call the cheap stores in the US Michael's. I think someone mentioned that they could get them there. They do make sponging so much easier, Bobby, don't they? I agree. Hey, Pamela, how you going? Thanks for joining. Oops, some of my cutout bits came with my stencil then. So I've got one more to go and all the sponging will be over. But you can see that is super, super easy, super quick. So this is not hard to get some background texture on your layers. You can introduce some different colors too if you wanted to. At this stage I'm going to do my different colors with my ink pad with the stamps. So now the next thing in this very versatile stamp set is there's a gorgeous scripty stamp. So I'm going to ink that up. I'm going to do 8 of them in Seaside Spray. Yes, Vicky, Amazon has them, correct. Okay, so now what I'm actually going to do is the focal of my card is going to be the center of this layer. So I'm just going to grab a scrap piece of paper. So I have some paper to stamp off. So I'm actually going to, I don't know whether I want to stamp off. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to stamp off. I'm going to stamp directly on. Okay, so right in the center, directly on there. So I don't need that bit of paper. Okay, so we're going to do that with 8. So we're going to count 8 of them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay. Now, I'm going to clean that stamp off with my Stampin' scrub, which I have here. So I'm just going to clean my stamp off. So we have a wet and a dry side. I'm just going to use some of my stamping mist. Sorry, that light was really bad then. And clean that stamp off. So I'm now going to change my colours because I'm going to bring in some Rococo Rose. So I'm just going to make sure that that's clean. Close up my Seaside Spray and get into my Rococo Rose. So I'm just going to pile those ones over there. Okay, so same thing again. I'm going to ink up my Rococo Rose and stamp those again. It goes that way. So just in the middle, stamping down, stamping up. Stamping down, stamping up. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, Stamparatus would be quicker, but I didn't have time to even get myself motivated to get the Stamparatus out. 7. And I don't mind free stamping. I find that I quite enjoy it, so it doesn't bother me. So now I'm going to bring in my Blackberry Bliss, and this is going to be one of the stars of the show here. It's going to be dark, and that's totally okay, but I want that to come in sideways, like so, okay? So I'm going to pop that aside, bring in my next one, ink it up. Now this is a distinctive stamp set, so please don't think that you're going to get a total full coverage on those leaves. They are meant to be a little bit translucent in areas because it is one of our distinctive stamp sets. And I have actually just re-inked my Blackberry Bliss, so it's got quite a bit of ink in it. But as you can see, it's creating some gorgeous background texture for my cards. So just at an angle, because I'm going to pop the sentiment in the middle. I've got a few more of those to go. And I promise I won't bore you with doing these. Once I get this part done, I will just put a couple together. So you don't have to sit and watch me put 16 of them together. 1, 2 more to go. There. So what I tried to do is I tried to pick some contrasting colours. So colours that I feel I wanted a soft colour. So the Sahara Sand is the soft colour that I've used as the first layer of my texture. And then the in colours, the softness of the in colours. And then I'm moving on to that bright, the darker bold colour for the leaf images to create that contrast and give a great texture. So I've chosen the Blackberry Bliss to go with the Rococo Rose, and I've chosen Night of Navy to go with my Seaside Spray. So I tend to, as I said, work out something in the same tones, like the same blue tones, but just something that gives you quite a dramatic difference in the two colours. Okay, so we've got the Night of Navy, and I think I need to ink up my Night of Navy ink pad as well. Most of my popular ink pads are all running low on ink. I just need to re-ink them, but that's okay. For this purpose of this video, I'm positive that these cards will look all right. So you can see the contrast is quite striking when you see that beautiful leaf image over the top of the other two colouring. I don't know whether you can, is it warm here? Yes, it is warm here, Julie. Very, very hot. We actually got a storm this morning. I was doing a business meeting with my team members this morning, my business team members, and I had to cut the video short because it was storming so bad that we had to get the cars into the shed. It looked like it was going to hail, but we didn't get hail. It was just a bit of heavy rain, but apparently there's storm fronts all the way from Sydney up the New South Wales border, up to the Queensland border, apparently, all along the coast. So I think it's going to be a stormy, hot day, but we've got days that are supposed to be, I'm not sure how you go with your temperatures, but supposed to be in the high 30s, which is very, very warm for us here. Hey Diane, how you going? Hey Yvonne, how you going? Are you loving it, Yvonne? Thank you. I'm so glad you're loving it. Okay, so now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to layer these beautiful layers onto some Sahara sand. So I have my Sahara sand cut. I'll grab my Tombow. It's freezing there, Julie, really? Rain and hail this afternoon, really. Okay, Karen. So Karen's a few hours away from me and she said that she got a bit of hail where she was. So we were lucky enough, Karen, it didn't hail, but it came over really dark and not so nice at all. And then it just went away again. So, hey Lani from the Central Coast, welcome. Is this the first time you're watching me, Lani? If there's anyone else out there and it's the first time that you've actually watched me on YouTube, please let me know in the comments. I always like to know when I've reached new people. And let me know where you're watching from. I love hearing where people are from. And I do have a giveaway for people that live in Australia. So anywhere in Australia, if you share my video back onto your Facebook profile and type back here in the comments on YouTube that you've actually shared my video, I will pop your name into a draw if you live in Australia, and I will be drawing a stamp set for this month. And it's an older stamp set, but I have the bundle, so it's actually going to be a really, really good giveaway. And anybody that purchases online will get 2 entries into my monthly draw. And it is the bundle that has the reindeer in it, the Christmas one that's in our annual catalogue. Sorry, I think it's called Dashing Deer, is my giveaway for the month. So please feel free to share my video and type in the comments that you've shared here on YouTube, so I know that you've shared. And I will announce the winner at the end of the month. Perth is just heavenly, Yvonne. Beautiful in Oregon. Cold at night and sunny, warm through the day. Yep. Sounds like the perfect weather. Karen, same down onto the share button down below my video, and it will say where to, and you click the Facebook share and share it to your Facebook profile, which would really, really help me because it gets my crafting out to lots more people. So people that are on your friends list on Facebook will be able to see my video. And any of the items that I'm using here today can be purchased through my online store. My online store operates 24/7. You can purchase online. If you are not comfortable with purchasing online, you can message me and I will very easily place your order over the phone for you. All you need is a credit card and I can place your order over the phone as well. So you have nasty weather, Vicky, And Vicky, you're from Canada, aren't you? Yes, yes. I got it right. I used to always say you were from the US, but I now know you're from Canada. First time, Leanne, that you've caught me live. Well, thank you for catching me live. I'm going to be live hopefully at this time every Tuesday here on YouTube. And I'm also live every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on YouTube as well. And I do share it back to Facebook, so all of the Facebook users will not miss out, but it just gives a better quality video, I think, over here. For any of you that normally watch my lives on Facebook, comparing to the video quality to my Facebook lives, are you feeling like the video is much clearer here on YouTube? I know I've had a couple of comments saying that it's much clearer over here on YouTube than what it is on Facebook. And you know what? Facebook control who they let see. YouTube, if you're a subscriber of mine, then you will see my videos. So, and please feel free, if this is the first time watching and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please feel free to subscribe to my channel because you get notifications every time I upload a new video, because I upload videos to my YouTube channel all the time throughout the week. I upload a couple of videos through the week, and I've got over 200 videos here on my YouTube channel that you can go back and watch. And depending on the date, some of the things are still current. If it's an older date, if it's a couple of years ago, maybe the product may not be current, but depending on the date is whether things are still current. If there's something that you fall in love with, and you want to know whether it's current or not, please just type into the comments. I get a notification every time someone comments on anything to do with my YouTube videos, and I will happily check and see if it is still current and whether you can purchase it or not. But any of my latest videos is all current stock. So we have our holiday catalog going at the moment, which is fantastic. It's all our Christmas crafting. And if you haven't started your Christmas crafting by now, my answer is like, why not? Because we're in November, like we have not long to go until Christmas is here. So you need to be getting that crafting done so that you can get your cards out to your friends and family. Hey Matthew, how you going? Facebook was clearer on Facebook. Really, Vicky? Really? Because I've had lots of people saying the opposite. Okay, so I've now got some gorgeous labels here that I've got a beautiful thank you here. So I'm going to do 8 of my thank you in Night of Navy. So I'll get that ready. So we'll do thank you. 1. Make sure I do 8 of these so I get the right amount of each. 2. 3. 'So I'm bringing you some crafting, but I'm also getting, that's 4, I'm also getting my thank you cards made for my customers. So I thought I will work smarter, not harder. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is the last one in Night of Navy. 8. Okay, clean that off and I'll get my Blackberry Bliss out. Running out of room on my desk. You love the stamp set, Matthew? Yeah, it's pretty cute, isn't it? I like the texture you can get with it, and that was my main thing that I think drew me towards getting the stamp set. It was on my wish list, and then when we had our sale, it was 15% off, so I decided to purchase it then. But I had it tagged in my book that I definitely wanted to buy it, and the sale just pushed me, and made me get it. I also had the other one with the perfume bottles as well. I can't remember what it's called, but that's on my wish list as well. But I had to control my spending because I'm off to on stage in a little over a week. So that will be exciting. And I find out tomorrow the rankings in Australia and the world, the global rankings for Stampin' Up. So I'm a little bit excited about that. I can't wait for that to happen. Okay, so there's all my thank yous stamped and good to go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my Night of Navy ones, and I'm just going to show you how I'm going to mount this up. So with my leaf punch, I've punched out some Seaside spray and some vellum leaves. So I want to pop some Seaside spray and some vellum leaves going like so. And then I'm going to pop my sentiment label over the top. And I'm thinking that looks quite pretty. So I'm going to, with these, I'm just going to pop them in a little bit closer. I want that to flip over. Whoa. I want them to cross over there, just like that, so that I get them crossed over together. Okay, so I'm going to cheat here. I'm going to pop some double-sided tape. Thank you, Matthew. Can't wait for on stage, Julie. Yeah. Whereabouts are you going to, Julie? Okay, so I'm just going to, with some double-sided tape, I'm going to cheat here. I'm going to pop a little bit over those and a little bit over those ones. And that's how I'm going to stick my leaves down, because my sentiment label is going to go over the top. So it's going to cover up anything that I've done there. And I'm just going to grab, why is it every time we look for dimensionals, they're always gone missing? There's a new sheet. I'll grab them. Okay. So I'm just going to pop some dimensionals on the back of that sentiment label. Oh, thank you, Janet. Janet says she loves watching my videos. You're finding my camera shakes when you're stamping. It's actually probably due to my table, to tell you the truth. My table is very unstable here. I need to get a proper table. And I'm going to go out a little bit further so it's not so bad. My internet will be not good today either, people, because it's blowing a gale here. It's so windy. Okay, so there's my beautiful Seaside spray one. So I'm going to use a Seaside spray base. Thank you, Leanne. Okay, so Seaside spray base, and I'm going to pop that on there like that. Now, I'm actually going to grab my Night of Navy. Is that Night of Navy? Yes. Take my glasses off so I can see. My Night of Navy Stampin' Write marker. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the thick end of my Stampin' Write marker. I'm going to go in so you can see. I'm going to use the thick end of my marker, and I'm actually going to spritz my card to add a little bit more texture. Now, to do this, you need to not be scared. So you stick it in the lid and you just spritz. Okay, so that has now taken that to a whole new level. Look at that gorgeous spritzing, okay? So I'm going to do that on each of them so that they've got that spritzing, and I'm going to do it before I pop my label on so that my label doesn't have it all over it. Now remember, when you're doing this, remember that it will go all over your desk, all over everything that's around. You need to try and keep in control with it. but it just adds that extra bit of wow factor to your card. And a lot of people say, will it hurt your markers? Honestly, I'm not doing it that hard, like with the end. And to tell you the truth, I don't use these markers very often at all, so I would rather use it doing my spritzing than not at all. Who else spritzes? Matthew says he loves spritzing. Who else uses their markers to spritz? Okay, so we've got that for the Night of Navy ones. And I'll grab my Blackberry Bliss marker. Oops, sorry, bumping the camera there. And I'll do these ones, my Blackberry Bliss ones. So it's very effective to do this. When you've got a lot of, I wanted it still to be quite simplistic, the design, but it just adds a little bit more texture to your card. That one I've smudged a little bit. One of the leaves I've smudged it, and mind you, I do end up with ink all over my fingers, so be careful when you're doing this that you don't get ink onto your projects. Make sure you clean your hands, have some baby wipes or something on hand to be able to make sure that you can get that ink off your fingers. Evelyn wants to know, is there anyone from New Mexico in the USA? This is Blackberry Bliss. It was Rococo Rose, the lighter pink that I used, Matthew, but the spritzing I'm doing is in Blackberry Bliss. Okay, so there we have the spritzing done. Now I'm going to bring in, and you can see what the Rococo Rose one, and look at me, I've got ink all over me. So I'm just going to grab a baby wipe and I'm going to get that off my hands before I end up with it all over my project. You liking this look a lot, Janet? Thank you. I love textured stamps. One of my Stamps Club sets was called Tasteful Textures, and I can tell you it was probably the most fun Stamps Club class that I have done. Now, for Stamps Club, it is available for Australian residents only, but if you live overseas, you can actually purchase the videos from me. For $30, you can purchase the video tutorial, and it shows you how to make 6 cards with your bundle, and I do a different bundle every month, a different stamp set every month. So if you are interested in getting a little bit of inspiration from the Stamps Club videos that I do, as I said, you can purchase the tutorial bundle, the tutorial only. If you live in the world, anywhere. Oh, you love my cards, Evelyn. Thank you. Sherry says she loves the look of the spritzing. So I'm now going to, with my double-sided tape, pop that over those two lots of leaves to get them to sit in place. Pop some dimensionals on the back of my sentiment label. Okay, so Sue says, how else can you spritz without markers? You could actually make a, with your ink pad, you could actually mix up a watery mix on like just a glass, an acrylic block with a paintbrush, and just flick the ends of the paintbrush, but you're going to get it all over your fingers. So that's the one thing that will happen if you, but then I was using the marker and I got it all over me anyway. So, so I think it just depends I find the marker is the easier way to go. So I'm just going to pop some dimensionals on the back here to pop that layer up onto my card base. You can't sleep. You found this scrolling through YouTube. Love crafting, but unfortunately I have to pack all my stuff away to move. It's nearly 2 a.m. there in the UK, Laura. You need to go to sleep. Although I can relate to you. I was up at 2 a.m. this morning on a business call, business video. So I think I'll be having a cat nap this afternoon. So there you go. There's my Seaside Spray one. And I'll bring in my Rococo Rose. So my card base, I cut my card base, if you want to know, I cut my card base at 5 3/4 inches by 8 inches this way. Folded in half gives me a card front size of 4 inches by 5 3/4 inches. Now that is a little bit less than a half a sheet of our A4 cardstock that we have here in Australia. So you can get 2 card bases out of the 1 sheet of cardstock. And I cut mine down a little bit smaller than exactly half for the simple fact of making my layers easier to work out on the front of my card. I feel like if I have to cut it exactly in half, then I end up with trying to find 2, 3 3/8 and 4 5/8, and it just gets a little bit too confusing, where I can go 1/4 inch measurements for my layers, and it makes it easy to work out the layers. That's just something that I personally do. It's totally up to others how they do it, but that is what I personally do myself. Now I'm just going to find some faceted dots that might go with that. Okay, so we have our gorgeous faceted dots in our in colors, and I've only got a few Rococo Rose ones left because, as you can see, I love Rococo Rose. So I'll grab my, sorry, we're a bit close there. I'll grab my take your pick tool, and I'm just going to pop some of these up here, one here, and one maybe down in there. And with the blue, I'm going to use the smaller ones because I like the smaller ones better. There, and maybe one down just there. Okay, so there you have 2 really, really cute, quick cards. And as I said, you can, like I did in my video on Saturday, you can make several cards all at once, and you can be getting multiple cards done and getting one mess and getting multiple cards done into the bargain. So that is my live video for today. So hopefully you enjoyed. I'll just show you the Christmas suite now. So we have the Christmas Time is Here suite. Now this suite is simply stunning. I will show you a little bit about, we've got some gorgeous designer series paper. It's got a double stamp set. So the double stamp set, one is the full flower, the full rose with the leaves is red rubber, and the other ones are photopolymer. So the other ones are actually for coloring the flower. They are absolutely gorgeous. This is a close-up of the designer series paper. There's a gorgeous gold bangle that you can purchase, and the matching framelets. The matching framelets cut out the big large rose, so you can actually get some 3D dimension happening in your projects. This is a close-up of the stamp itself. The stamp itself is, yes, I do inside, Sue. Sue's just asking me, do I do inside? Yes, I do, and I will do that off camera. I will just bring a bit of the leaf and probably down on the bottom corner. Just bring a bit of the leaf and a bit of the texture to the inside of my card. And we have in this beautiful suite, we have gold glimmered dots, which are absolutely gorgeous. I've used them so many times. And we've got this beautiful gold shimmer ribbon, which is absolutely stunning. We also have our paper trimmer is now available. So our paper trimmer is awesome. If you haven't seen the paper trimmer, I'll grab mine out of my mess here. This is our gorgeous paper trimmer, and I can tell you I have absolutely loved this new trimmer. It has a scoring blade, sorry, that's the cutting blade, and it also has a scoring blade, so you can score your projects, you can cut with the cutting blade. It has like an extended arm here that extends out 17 inches. It cuts like a dream. It has beautiful, I've still got my vellum paper in there. Cuts like a dream. It's available to purchase now through our online store. So if you've been waiting and hanging out for that paper trimmer. Now, please feel free. I won't be doing, I'll be doing a YouTube live on Saturday morning. But the following week, I will be doing a YouTube live on the Tuesday, but the following Saturday I won't be here because I will be at OnStage. But I will go live on YouTube showing you what's happening at OnStage because it's so much fun. It's so much celebrating with all the other demonstrators around the place, and we all get together and we all craft together. We get our hands on the Awesome Occasions catalogue, so that will be coming soon as well. And we will get to purchase some products out of that as well. So you'll be starting to see some new products coming in. But don't forget the holiday catalogue. The holiday catalogue goes right through until the beginning of January. So if you want to do some of that Christmas crafting, please check out my catalogue, and you only need to click on the link down below in the show more box to get to my online store. And if you're thinking about joining, please message me. I would love to have a chat with you and talk and answer any questions you may have. So thank you everyone for watching. It's been an awesome, fun crafting time. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope I've inspired you a little to get into your craft room and get out those stamps and get organized. And I will be back here at 10 a.m. on Saturday morning with another live crafting video for you. So I will pop an event up, so make sure you're making gift bags, Vicky, while you're watching. That's one of my classes. I have to get that designed next week as well. So I have so much on my plate and I'm trying to get all these things done, but I still wanted to bring some crafting to you all so you could enjoy it. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. As I said, if this is the first time you've watched me, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. Anything that I've used in my video today can be purchased through my online store. If you have any issues with purchasing online, I would be happy if you messaged me. I would give you a call and we could do it over the phone. I'm easy. Whatever works for you works for me. So thank you very much, everybody, and have a lovely day. Bye for now.